Hello all, hope you are fine. Today we are going to start with Unit 2, Oxford Vocabulary Part. Let's start by the first word is memory. It's a noun and it means the ability to remember things. The verb is memorize and the adjective is memorable. Click, it's a verb and it means to choose a particular function or item on a computer screen by pressing one of the buttons on a mouse, and its noun is click. Event is a noun and it means a planned public or social occasion. Instant, it's an adjective and it means immediate or something happening immediately, حاجة بتحصل بسرعة جدا. Access is a noun. It's a way of reaching or entering a place, يعني دخول مكان معين, and access to a house, building or a village. The opportunity or right to use or see something, and the verb is access with adjective accessible. Diary is a noun and it means a book in which you can write down the experiences you have each day or your private thoughts, اللي هو مذكرات أو ممكن تجي بمعنى مفكرة يعني. Generation, it's a noun and it means all the people who were born at about the same time. Reliable, it's an adjective that can be trusted to do something well, and the verb is rely. Sink is a verb and it means to go down below the surface of a liquid, يغرق, or to push something sharp into something solid, يغرس, بتيجي بمعنى يغرق أو يغرس, and its noun is sink. Iceberg is a noun and it means an extremely large mass of ice floating on the sea, اللي هو جبل الجليد. Historic is an adjective and it means important in history, so important that it is likely to be remembered, and شيء تاريخي يعني, and its adjective is historical. Violent is an adjective involving a physical force that is intended to hurt or kill somebody, اللي هو شيء عنيف, and its noun is violent. Doubtful, it's an adjective and it means not sure or uncertain, and the noun is doubt. Doubtful طبعا معناها شخص مشكوك فيه يعني. Dramatic is an adjective and it means sudden and often surprising, exciting and impressive. Dramatic news, dramatic change, dramatic increase. Occur, شيء بيحدث أو to happen. Tragedy, it's a noun and it means a very sad event or situation, and its adjective is tragic. Affect, it's a verb and it means to produce a change in somebody or something, شيء بيؤثر, and its noun is effect, and you have to change between to differentiate between affect and effect. Improve is a verb and it means to make something or somebody better than before. يدعم شخص أو يطوره. and its noun is improvement, of course. Compete. Compete is a verb, and it means to take part in a game. ينافس, and its noun is competition اللي هي المنافسة, and الadjective is competitive, شيء تنافسي. Athletic. Athletic is an adjective, physically strong, fit, and active. Athletics and is a noun, and it means sports that people compete in, such as swimming and jumping. Athletic اللي هو شخص رياضي. Athletics اللي هي الرياضة نفسها, الرياضات العنيفة. Stall is a table or small shop with an open front that people sell things from. زي محل كده بس صغير, small shop, او ترابيزه او مكان حد بيبيع عليه حاجه, بس حاجه بسيطه جدا, يعني زي ما يكون حاجه محطوطه كشك او حاجه زي كده يعني. بس مش محل كبير يعني. small shop. Procession. Procession is a noun, and it means a line of people or vehicles that move along slowly, such as part of ceremony اللي هي زي موكب. Amazing. Amazing is an adjective, and it means very surprising in a way that makes you feel pleasure of admiration. Verb amaze and adjective amazed. Survey. To inspect, to look carefully at something in order to get a general impression of it, or to interview. Moderate. Moderate يعني شيء وسطي. It's an adjective, and it means not extreme, neither very great nor very small. حاجة وسطية ما بين ده وده. And its opposite is immoderate. Immoderate. يبقى moderate and immoderate. Apply is to make a formal request for a job. انك انت apply على job او تقدم في وظيفة. A place to college, a passport, and its noun is applicant and application. Paramedic. Paramedic is a noun, and it means a person whose job is to help sick or injured people, but who is not a doctor or a nurse. اللي هو الشخص المسعف او موظف الاسعاف. هو مش دكتور, بس هو بيساعد المرضى او المصابين. Recall. Recall is to remember. To remember يعني هو recall معناها يستدعي, بمعنى ان انت ممكن تستدعي شخص, او هنا معناها ان انت تستدعي افكار فتتذكرها يعني. Remind. Remind is a verb, and it means to help somebody remember something that they must do. وفي فرق بين remember و remind, لازم نفرق ما بينهم. remember لو هو الشخص نفسه تذكر بنفسه by himself. remind ان حد يذكره. Vendor. Vendor is a noun, a person, and it means a person who sells things such as food, newspapers on the streets. بس مش في محل, not in a shop, يعني حد بيبيع أكل أو جرايد أو حاجة, بس في الشارع. Review is a verb, and it means to write a report of a film, play, or a book in which you give your opinion of it. زي مقال نقدي, ان احنا ممكن ننتقد حاجة معينة مثلا في كتاب او في play, مسرحية او حاجة, ننتقدها بنقول ان هي كويسة او وحشة في review. Cheer. Cheer is a verb, and it means to shout loudly, to show support, praise or encouragement. ان احنا نشجع. احنا ممكن لما نكون بنشجع اي مباراة رياضية بنشجع, بنبريز او بنencourage, بنشجع او بنتحمس للفريق بتاعنا. cheer يشجع, and its adjective is cheerful. Decisive. Decisive is an adjective, and it means able to decide something quickly and with confidence. بثقة وبسرعة, يعني تقدر تقرر شيء بسرعة وبثقة, فده معناها شيء معناها حاسم. decisive حاسم. Prize. Prize is a noun, and it means an award that is given to a person who wins a competition or a race. البرايز اللي هي طبعا الجايزة كلنا عارفين. Forgetful. Forgetful is an adjective and it means often forgetting, often unable to remember things, and its verb is forget. Forgetful طبعا هي adjective فهو احنا ممكن نوصف بيها الشخص اللي بينسى يعني. Let's start by the first example. Choose the best answer from A, B, C, or D. Let's start by the first one. Nadia is a very space person. I can trust her to look after my children. Try to think. Yes, the answer is reliable. Next one. The Titanic was a passenger ship. Passenger ship اللي هي يعني في سفينة تايتانيك which space in 1912. Yes, the answer will be sank. يغرق أو غرقت. This computer program is designed to give the user an easy space to different information. Try to think. Yes, the answer will be access. Next one. After the firemen had left, we, space, the damage caused by the fire. The answer will be yes, surveyed. The next one. The crowd, space, as their football team came onto the pitch or field. Perfect. The answer will be cheered. Following the car accident, the driver suffered loss of space for weeks. Of course, the answer will be memory. The Civil War had an space effect on the country's economy. The people got poorer and the prices surged, means increased. So the answer will be yes, dramatic. I'm pleased because my father's health has space considerably since the operation. The answer will be, of course, my father's health has improved. The actress's new film was space in many newspapers and won high praise. The answer will be yes, reviewed. Peter had a severe knee injury and it's space that he will ever walk again. I think that the answer will be yes, the answer will be doubtful. The clash between the police and the crowd ended in space. 2 people were killed and 10 injured. Yes, the answer will be tragedy. 10 athletes space in the 100-meter race. Of course, they will yes, competed. Athletes competed. The south of the country was worse space by the drought. Yes, the answer will be affected. Thousands of unemployed people marched or walked in space through the streets. The answer will be yes, procession. The next one. My wife and I are surprised because the new babysitter is doing a job with our children. Yes, the answer will be amazing. Could you please space me to take my umbrella before I go out? Yes, the answer will be remind. The next one. The younger space have grown up without the experience of the October War in 1973? Of course, the answer will be generations. أجيال. The police officer asked me when the accident had exactly, yes, occurred. This year's Olympic Games will be the biggest ever sporting, yes, event. My boss promised to listen to my suggestions, but they couldn't promise space solutions. The answer will be instant. The next one, I can't get to my remote village by car. The only space to it is by boat. Of course, the answer will be access. If you want to send the message, space on the send button. So what should I do? Of course, I should click on the send button. Thank you. The next one, the cat space its claws into my bag. Of course, sank. غرست. Tourists who come to Egypt like to visit space monuments and places such as pyramids. Of course, the answer will be historic. We space 10 applicants, but only 3 were fit for the job. Yes, surveyed. Space scenes in some films have a bad effect on children. Of course, violent. Nadia has kept a Quran space in which she records her daily thoughts and feelings. Yes, the answer will be diary. The next one, the ship sank after hitting a huge, of course, after hitting a huge iceberg. جبل الجليد. After years of physical exercise, Karim has a wonderfully spaced body. For sure, the answer will be athletic. I bought some postcards of France from Aoran space on the bank of the river. Yes, the answer will be stole. Next one, as a chairman, Mr. John is firm and space. He makes decisions quickly and confidently. Of course, he will be, yes, decisive. حاسم. And instead of winning first space in the swimming competition, Adil finished third. Yes, perfect. The answer will be prize. The next one. Since he arrived in London, Rami has been working as a street space selling newspapers and magazines. Yes, the answer will be vendor. The next one. Although we advertised for only 3 jobs, over 50 people space. Yes, applied. The answer is applied. The next one. This month hasn't seen a great increase in house prices. The increase is, try to think. Good job. Perfect. The answer will be moderate. Although the accident happened 10 years ago, I can still clearly space it. Of course, recall. And now this part for home assignment. Try to open your book and study well, then answer this part, and later we will solve it together in the next video. See you soon. study well, and good luck. Hello, hope you're fine. Today we will start the other part of the unit, which is the grammar part, and we will start by the homework. So let's see the answers. Just a moment. Let's start by number 1. Fill in the blanks with the most suitable words. Number 1. You can't reach this remote desert area by car. It's space only by helicopter. The answer will be yes, accessible. The second one, the coach said that the team's defender had been seriously injured and it was space that he would play the match tomorrow. The answer will be perfect, doubtful. The next one, we are looking for a secretary who is space and hard working. Perfect, the answer will be reliable. The next one, Mona has an amazing ability to remember things. She can recite a whole poem from memory. This drug, means medicine, is so dangerous that even space amounts of it can be fatal. Perfect, the answer will be moderate. The peaceful crowd suddenly turned space after they had been attacked by the police. Perfect, the answer will be violent. The next one, after hitting the iceberg, the ship space to the bottom of the sea, of course, sank. Thank you, and I'm sure that you solved it well. Give one word. The first one, a planned public or social occasion. The answer will be memory. The second one, all the people who were born at about the same time. Of course, the answer will be generations. And the third one, so important that it is likely to be remembered. Of course, the answer will be event. To help somebody remember something that they must do. Yes, remind. And 5, to produce a change in somebody or something. Affect. Okay, and let's start by the grammar part. Just a moment. Just a moment. Yes. Let's talk about the past simple tense. Past simple tense, of course, the first thing that we have we need to know about the past simple tense, that when we have to use the past simple tense. The past simple tense, we use the past simple tense with an action or event that happened at a definite or specific time in the past. For example, the guests arrived 2 hours ago, so it's a mentioned time, specific time, 2 hours ago. Or Mozart died in 1791, or I went to the cinema two times last week. So there is a specific time always, and we are talking about something happened and ended, started and ended in the past. The second usage is an action or event that happened in the past, one after the other. Means a series of actions. Like John got up, had a shower, and left the house. عندنا 3 actions. Got up, صحي من النوم, had a shower, and left the house. ال3 حاجات، فاحنا عندنا series of action أو سلسلة من الأحداث بنقدر نستخدم في اليوسج ده ال past simple. To make a question, we use did, the definite. Of course, when we need to make a question in past simple, we have to start by did, then the subject, then verb in its infinitive form. Like, for example, did you go out last night? Did you go out last night? And who did you invite to your party? We use didn't to make a negative. We use didn't plus the infinitive form of the verb. Like, we didn't enjoy the film very much. We didn't enjoy the film very much. The next example is Susan didn't have time to write the letter. Okay, let's talk about another tense, which is past continuous. Past continuous, when we talk about past continuous, we need to know that the form of the past continuous is verb to be in the past plus the verb plus ing. Like, for example, Sally was eating. Sally was eating. The children weren't playing. So verb to be in the past plus ing, so the verb plus ing. Let's talk about the usage of the past continuous. We use the past continuous to describe an action, one action in progress or lasting for some time. So it's still continuous. It was raining in the morning, so it's still raining. We were reading at 6 o'clock yesterday evening, so at this time yesterday I was still reading. To describe an action that was in progress when another action interrupted it, like we will talk later about the when and while. Of course, when we have two actions, so we can use in one action past simple and another action past continuous. But we have to know that we merge both actions to give one meaning. Like, while I was writing, there is two actions. One, the first action should be the long action, and the other one should be the short action, which cut the first action. So the first action always be the past continuous, and the other one should be past simple. So while I was writing, and I'm still writing a letter, the telephone rang. So the other second action, the short action, cut the first action. We were watching TV and still watching TV when the fire started. When the fire started. So the fire started is the second action and is the short action. So that's why we used past simple, and it cut the first action. Let's talk about while and when. Of course, we mentioned some about it before when we talk about the two actions. When or while is used to connect between two actions, like we said before, in the same sentence. Both of them are in the past. The first action is the long action, like we said, and it should be in a continuous action. And it came in the past continuous, and the second one, cut it, and it should be the short one. And it came in the past simple. For example, while he was waiting, Lucy came into the room. So he still waiting, but the other action that Lucy came into the room. And this action cut the first action. He read his book while his brother was waiting for the bus. Yes. We heard my father come in. When or while we were having dinner. Where is the first action? We heard my father come in. احنا سمعنا بابانا جاي ولا we were having dinner. احنا كنا بناخد العشاء بتاعنا. Of course we were having dinner هو الأكشن الأول. So we have to put the first action in the past continuous. That's why we have to put the second action, which is come and cut the first one, in the past simple. So we will say that while we were having dinner, أثناء إن احنا كنا بناخد العشاء بتاعنا, we heard my father came in. خليناها came in مش come in علشان طبعا هي past simple. The next one, I was watching TV. When or while the telephone rang. Try to think. Perfect. the answer will be I was watching TV when the telephone rang. The bus went by in the opposite direction. When or while I was waiting at the bus stop. Of course, the answer will be good job. The bus went by in the opposite direction while I was waiting at the bus stop. Let me tell you something that in some exceptions that we can use with when both actions in the past simple, and we can use with while both actions in past continuous. Because the next example, when or while the plane came to a complete stop, the passengers unfastened their seatbelts. Both actions are continuous action. Or just a moment. I'm sorry, just a moment. When the plane came in the complete stop, the passenger unfastened their seat belt. I'm sorry, I said that it was, both of them are continuous action. Both of them are short actions. So that's why we will say when the plane came in past simple to a complete stop, the passenger unfastened their seat belt. So we put both actions in the past simple. The next one. The children went swimming when or while I was having lunch. Try to think. Perfect. The children went swimming while I was having lunch. Do as shown in brackets. The first one, the ancient Greeks built many beautiful temples, correct? Good job. Perfect. The answer will be built. My grandfather died 10 years ago. Ask a question in the past simple. And we need the answer to be 10 years ago because it's underlined. So, of course, the answer will be how long did your grandfather die? The next one. My father got home while I watched a basketball match. Correct? Where is the first action and the second action? Of course, the answer will be got home while I was watching a basketball match. The next one. My father taught me how to drive. Ask a question. Of course, we need to ask the question in the past simple because taught is a past. That's why the answer would be who taught you how to drive? The next one. What? You and do, between brackets, space, at 7 o'clock yesterday evening, I read a book. Correct the verb. Perfect. I'm talking about a specific time yesterday in the past, a specific time in the past. So, what did you do at 7 o'clock yesterday evening? I was reading. Why I said was reading? Because at this time yesterday, I was still reading. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let me just a moment. The next one. The children went swimming when or while I was having lunch. Yes, the answer would be the children went swimming while I was having lunch. Do as shown in brackets. First one, The ancient Greeks built space many beautiful temples, correct? Yes, built. Next one. My grandfather died 10 years ago, and we should ask for the underlined part. When did your grandfather die? Or of course we can say how long. My father got space home while I watch a basketball match. Yes, the answer will be got and was watching. The next one. My father taught me how to drive. Ask a question. Yes, the answer would be who taught you how to drive? The next one. What you and do between brackets space at 7 o'clock yesterday evening. So it's a specific time in the past. I read a book. Perfect. The answer will be were you doing, and the next space is was reading. The next one. Did you go out last night? Yes, I go space to the cinema, but I not enjoy space the film much. Yes, the first space will be went, and the next space is didn't enjoy. The next one. My uncle had 3 cars. Ask a question. We need to ask about the 3 cars. Of course, how many cars did your uncle have? As Mary drew space, she break space her pen. The answer will be was drawing, and the next one is broke. Our team score space 2 goals in the second half, but they not win the match. Yes, the answer will be scored and didn't win. It started raining 2 hours ago. Ask a question. Yes, the answer will be when did it start raining? Hala spent space a lot of money yesterday. She buy a dress which cost £300. Yes, it's a series of actions. That's why the answer will be spent and bought and cost. All of them is past simple. While I read space the little boy a story, he fall asleep. Answer yes, it was reading and fell. I wasn't in a hurry, so I not have space time to phone you. Yes, didn't have time to phone you. I called my sister last Friday. Ask by who and by when. The first question would be yes, who did you call last Friday? And the next one, when did you call your sister? George arrived space at Peter's house a little before 8 o'clock, but he be not there. Peter study space at the library. Correct? Yes, arrived and perfect, wasn't there. Peter wasn't studying. Just a moment. Sorry, just a moment. Why wasn't? It should be was. Peter was studying, not wasn't, because it's not negative. The next one. I was picking when the bell rang. Could I ask a question? Yes, what were you doing when the telephone rang? The next one, yeah, the next one will be the homework. You have to study well to solve this part, and let's correct it later in the next video. Just a moment. The next part of the homework. Study well and good luck.